Crepe myrtle is just buzzing with honeybees all over it. This is in our front yard.
Good morning, this is Clint Baker, Hillbilly, Hippie, Honeybees, West Virginia's premium honey. And I'm a little downhearted this morning. As you can see, it's a beautiful foggy morning here. It's 3 days before my birthday. My birthday is July the 20th. And I went through, getting ready to go out and do some bee work today. And I went through our local breakfast place and was given a discount on my coffee. And I was excited about it until I looked at what the discount was. And that discount was, you guessed it, a senior discount. While I appreciate the discount, it just kind of blew me away and got me thinking as I drove from there to the first bee yard I'm at this morning of, holy cow, I'm starting to reach that look and that age of getting some discounts that others get. And I guess that's a good thing in some ways, but man, it really hit home. So, but I would, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, and those of you that know me know that that's probably, well, not probably, that's a very uncommon, all right? But anyway, what are we going to do today? So today it's supposed to be hot, very hot again. And we've also got, as you can see, I know some of this is fog, but we're also getting a lot of smoke from up in Canada down in this way as well. And it's starting to seep down in this direction a little bit. Do you have any issues with that where you're from? Is the smoke bothering your bees? That'd be a good one to talk about and see. The other thing is we're going to talk about, I don't know, about 8 or 10 things that you need to be doing. This is your August to-do list as a beekeeper. And this is a very crucial time, right? I know we say that a lot, but we're starting to get to the point of winter preparation. And getting your bees good, healthy, and treated for mites and things like that right now is going to help you have good, strong colonies to get you through the winter. And so that's what we're going to talk about today on this video. And I hope you'll stick around. We do appreciate all you that keep dropping by and commenting and doing all those things. And we ask those that haven't yet to please subscribe. And we'll continue to bring content, and we'll continue to help you guys along. And I'm gonna tell you, it's awesome. All the comments we get below and emails and stuff, it helps us too. So, you know, that's what we're supposed to be doing as beekeepers, is helping each other along this path and along this way. So we're gonna start down here at the Toyota yard. I just got to do a few quick things down here, and then I'm gonna get on my way to the next stuff. David's not with me today. He got called out on the road for a long run, and it's shut down here at Toyota, and I worked a few of those days, but now I'm got to get back into the beekeeping. So, all right, follow along with us today, guys. All right, I thought I'd do this a little bit different this time and do the list as I drive from yard to yard, and maybe at each yard, so it wasn't the old boring back porch background. All right, so number one, if you haven't yet, you need to go ahead and get your excess supers pulled. And it's going to be kind of a tough time to do it this time of the year, especially in our area of West Virginia, because we are in a dearth, and it's going to be tough to do. You're going to probably have to do it in the hottest part of the day when the majority of the field force is out. I do recommend that you hydrate a lot and take lots of breaks while you do it, and you're going to have to be in and out of each colony pretty daggum quick, or you may end up with a mess of bees robbing out weaker hives. So what you're doing is you're trying to reduce the excess space inside of a hive, so that it does help deter robbing, and they have less area to defend. And then that way, come fall, or come here in a few months when you start seeing your fall flows happening, you can go ahead and you can put your supers right back on. Now, some people put them on and let them clean them up and all that, and we've done that a lot too. We've actually done that with a few of our colonies, excuse me. But that would be what our suggestion would be, is to go ahead, get those excess honey supers off so they got less room, and then that way they have less room to defend. So, but get those excess honey supers off. You should have already done that by now, but this is probably your last opportunity. Honestly, if you get to the point where, especially we got supposed to have a lot of rain coming up again, you may just end up leaving them on there. It may be less of an issue if you just do that. But that's number one. Get the excess honey supers off if you haven't yet. All right, so number two, we talk about this quite a bit in the last one as well, but you need to do your Varroa mite checks. And this is starting to become a critical time, because this is when the mite counts usually start going up, and sometimes your bee count will start going down a little bit. And so you don't want them to overtake each other. You don't want the mites to overtake the bee count. So this is a good time to really check, whether you use the alcohol wash, sugar baths, whatever you use to check them with. Make sure you're checking them. If your count is above the 2 to 3%, make sure you treat immediately. And don't just check one yard, and don't just check one colony in the yard now. Go ahead and check every yard. Go ahead and check every colony, just to make sure what your counts are. So that's the next thing that you want to start doing, is you want to get those mite checks count and see what you have to do, what you have to treat. Now, again, you may not have to treat all of them in that yard, but you definitely want to treat the ones that the numbers are above that 2 to 3%, so that, come fall, you don't have a bad infestation of bees or of mites. So it's hot out here today. Not thinking quite well. But that would be number two, is checking your Varroa mite counts and making sure that you treat if needed, all right? Or treat them all if that's what you like to do, right? And then some people just say don't treat them, all right? Now, we're in the middle of all that. So, but again, number two, do your Varroa mite checks, and then treat if that threshold is above the 3% mark. Again, there's a lot of folks out there that don't treat, and they're trying to go the other direction, and that's okay. All right, it's okay to do that. We may end up going that way in some yards, just to try out and see what the best way is for us. But again, that's number two: Varroa mite checks and Varroa mite treatment. All right, so number three, we did talk about this a little bit the last time as well, but is evaluate the performance of your queen. Is she laying a good brood pattern? Is she laying enough brood to handle what's going on in your area? Now, like some of ours have slacked off a little bit in our area, because we do have a dearth going on. But in your area, if you got a flow going on, is she producing enough to handle that flow? Is she producing enough to keep, the brood chamber filled? Is she laying a good brood pattern, or is it spotty? The other thing with that is you want to make sure that, how old is she? Is she 2 or 3 years old or older? If she is, probably a good time to go ahead and replace her right now. That way she's got time to recover and recover the entire colony. Because this would be that time, if you're going to do it right now, all right? But look at the queen, check her performance, and make sure she's doing what she needs to be doing, okay? Or is it a queen that's been a little spicy, and you're tired of the temperament of what's going on with her? This would be a good time to change her as well. Is it a queen that maybe doesn't produce the honey that you want. This would be a good time to do that. So check the performance of your queen, and right now would be the time to do number 3 and and replace your queen. All right, so number 4, you want to put your reducers back in, especially if you've got an area that's got dearth in it. Why is that? Well, that helps prevent robbing. There's different methods you can do as far as for robbing. There's different types of reducers. All we do is just put the reducers back in, and we let them set out just a little bit, as you can see there, and leave the big hole out, so that what that does is that gives them less room that they have to defend against robber bees. And so put your reducers back in, whatever method you use to prevent robbing. But that's the biggest reason why we do that, is to help with that. I know it's hot, but just give them a little extra room up top there, and a little, use the larger entrance, and it will be fine. They'll keep it cool. Again, the other thing you do to help keep it cool is you want to make sure that you see the little notch there, that it's up. Again, like we talked in the July video, is so that the airflow will go out and down over top of the brood. And make sure you push your lids forward, so that'll work for that too. All right, so, and that also gives them an extra entrance as you stack supers on it, to go in. But anyway, so make sure that you are doing that. And as you can see, I'm waking them up here this morning. So, but that's the number 4. Shoo, number 5. It's hotter than a buck in rut season out here. Number 5, be looking for robbing, and I'm going to show you what robbing looks like here, and one thing you can do to keep it from happening. And remember, back at number 1, we told you to put in your entrance reducers. But if you walk out and there is robbing going on, you can use, all I had with me was what I'm getting ready to show you, but you can use wet rags or like wet towels to cover up the entrance, just like I used the trash bag. There is other methods that you can use too, but you got to be watching, because sometimes these stronger hives will see an opportunity to be able to rob out the weaker hives, and a lot of times that'll just kill off the queen too. So be watching for robbing during this time. You at least need to drive by, get out and walk through every few days during these dearths. All right, so number 6. Number 6 is feeding. During the dearths, during the hot part of the summer, you need to make sure that they have enough food. And so you may be looking to put on some 1-to-1 sugar water. I would feed inside of the hive, not on the outside of the hive. Community feeders probably aren't good this time of the year either in our area of West Virginia. That's just how we do it. I'm sure others have other opinions about that. But feed on the inside of the hive. You may have to, if you just go around and feel the back ends of them, or look down in them and see if they have enough food inside of there, if they have enough resources, stores and resources inside. If not, you're going to have to drop some inner feeders in. Bucket feeders work pretty decent too, and if you've got the holes on top and able to do that. But entrance feeders, I'm not a big fan on during this time of the year. I think sometimes they can help promote a little bit of robbing, and also, we just want to help them out as much as we can. But again, this time of the year, I don't think we're to the point yet to where we need to go 2-to-1 sugar, water to sugar to water, sorry. But 1-to-1 would probably work this time of the year in our area, especially down south. Really, 1-to-1 will work. Up north, just depends on how things are going. I know you guys are dealing with all that smoke up there. Let us know if that's affecting your bees again. But anyway, make sure that they've got enough food, all right, because you want them strong going into the fall. it would be okay to even add maybe something to stimulate brood laying during this time, just so that they will have a lot of young bees going into the fall as well. So, but that would be number 6. So number 7, look for disease. Look for chalk brood. Look for American foul brood. Look for European foul brood. Look for deformed wings. Look for, I always screw this one up, nosema. Look for all those things that you that may create a weaker colony going into the fall and then going into the winter months. So a good, strong, healthy colony now is going to have a lot of good, strong, healthy winter bees. And so that you want to be looking for those things now. So number 7, look for disease. Number 8, you want to start monitoring your late summer foraging. You want to start looking at seeing what the goldenrod is providing, your Japanese knotweed, your smartweed, the bone set, what else? Joe Popeye weed, even clover, things like that in some areas here in West Virginia. Why is that important? Well, it provides a lot of good pollen and protein for the brood for the winter bees. And so right now what you're starting to do is you're starting to build your colonies so you can have good, strong, healthy colonies going into the winter. Okay, so that's why it's important to watch for that. You know, make sure that during those times, is there any washout or anything of that nature, because maybe you'd have to supplement a little bit of pollen during that time. Not sure, but you know, keep monitoring that. And as you start seeing these things pop up, let everybody know. There are different, I think I forget exactly how many, but there is a few different types of the goldenrod. The goldenrod is very, a lot of people don't like the smell of the honey or anything, but I love the taste of it. It smells like old rotten socks whenever you walk into the bee yard. You can smell it right off the bat. And then of course Japanese knotweed, it's not native around here, but it is very important to our bees. They really take to it. So, but again, monitor that late summer foraging into the fall foraging, okay? That way you can have good, strong colonies. So number 9, start inventorying your equipment. Do you have enough equipment? Do you have any broken equipment? You know, this is a good time to start fixing any equipment that's broken. Maybe you need to paint equipment. Maybe you need to swap some new equipment out, like some new deeps or mediums out, so that you with new, so that you can paint the older stuff that you have out there. Look and see if anything has a lot of big holes and gaps in it, so that you can change those out. Why? Well, because you want to give the bees less room or less areas to defend. And if you can get those out and either repair them or maybe even call them out, maybe it's time to make them into shim boards or something of that nature, you could do that. But it's a good time to do that. Look at do you have enough bottles? I ran into a situation here where we were getting ready to bottle our infused cinnamon honey, and we always use the black plastic lids for them. Got about halfway done and we were like, I don't know, a dozen short. So you know, inventory and make sure that you have everything that you need to do. When you do your fall pull, do you have enough jars? Do you have enough bottles? Whatever you put in, whatever you do you have enough labels? You know, we had to order some labels here recently. Whoever you order your labels from, or wherever if you make them yourself. Is your bottling equipment cleaned and put away? Is your extracting equipment ready? Whatever it is that your equipment is, check everything out. Make sure that you don't want to get caught with your pants down, right? So, you know, you're sitting here bottling, you got 20 or 30 maybe 1 pound bottles left, and oops, I don't have any lids for them. Oh, you know, it's okay if you don't have labels. You can always order those and put those on later. But do that. So number 9, check all your equipment. Check your frames. Do you have enough frames? If you're planning on, expanding next year, do you have enough to expand with? So maybe whenever you're getting ready to go to Nobby or one of these other places, you may want to set aside some extra monies to purchase some others, or if you make your own, make whatever you need. So again, inventory and look at all your equipment and make sure that everything is right. I'm sitting inside right now. It's too hot outside to be doing anything right now, so do something inside. Look at all your equipment, see what you have, see what you need for next year, see what you need for the winter. All right. So number 9, inventory your equipment, look at your equipment, make sure everything's operating correctly, and so forth and so on. It's number 10, and this kind of goes along with number 9. Well, it kind of goes along with a few of them. But you want to start your winter preparation. Start thinking ahead on how do I get my hives healthy, strong? How do I get everything prepared and ready to? Are my windbreaks ready to go for winter? If you need windbreaks, what is it that you need for winter to get them ready to shut them down for the winter months? Okay. Is everything prepared for that? So start thinking of that. Do you have your reading material ready for the winter months so that you can educate yourself and get yourself ready? Do you have a list of maybe workshops or maybe things like that are ready for the winter? So you need to start thinking ahead. Think ahead and start getting yourself ready, because as a beekeeper, that's one of the most crucial things. You have to think ahead. You have to be thinking 2 or 3 months ahead so that you are being a good beekeeper and not a bee habber. Okay, so think about that. Start preparing for your winter months ahead and getting your bees ready for the winter months and getting yourself ready for the winter months, because it's a very important time for us too. We got to have some downtime so that we can be effective for them. And so again, start number 10. We want you to start preparing and thinking ahead for okay, how do I shut the bees down for the winter? And how do I get everything ready for the winter? What am I going to have to do in my workshop? What am I going to have to paint? What equipment am I going to have to get ready during the winter? All those things. So all this everything from here on out is starting to prep us towards that right there, okay? Because strong, healthy colonies, and especially here in West Virginia, we don't know how our winters are going to be. We've seen our winters, like this past one, it was blue ball cold out there, right? But we had a lot of cold. We had a lot of snow. But then we have winters where it's, shoot, you can walk around in your shorts. It's just very weird. And also, again, in the state of West Virginia, we sit in the Appalachian Mountains, every bit of us. And 10 miles away could be a whole lot different than right here where we're at. So be preparing yourself for that. All right. So number 10, start thinking ahead to prepping for winter. And here's a bonus one. Have a little fun. There's not a ton that you can really be doing during this hot, dearthy month other than the things we talked about. Have a little fun. We got a lot of different workshops coming up. I know around us here in West Virginia, we have the Bee Fair up in Morgantown that's coming up. Here, there's a lot of great speakers, a lot of things going on there. There's the Honey Festival in Parkersburg that's going to be going on. I think we may plan to do maybe a fall workshop here. There's a lot of good teaching yards around. A lot of good time to get to your association meetings. A good time to just talk to your fellow beekeepers that are around you. So this is a good time too to kind of exchange some of those stories and some of those ideas, and so a little time for you. All right, so that's your bonus one. Always have good time for you as well. All right, you can't be a good successful beekeeper if you don't take care of yourself. All right, well, we thank you for tuning in again, and we just ask you to like and subscribe to our channel, and hopefully you've learned a little bit, and share down below some things maybe that we missed, and hopefully we'll have something else for you here real soon. All right, God bless y'all.